right, what's going on, guys? Right here, Jose Velasquez. How you guys doing today? We have the honor today to have Jose Tenorio right here. He wants to let us know his story, and it's very powerful story. So we're gonna let him start out a little bit where it all started. Let's talk to you. Let's talk about your roots, brother. Like where does your story begin?
I just want to take it back because I mean it just goes back all the way to East LA, man. I was born in East LA.
Okay.
El Este Los Angeles. Really proud. Take it back. I mean, parents Mexican American, man. My papa's born in Jalisco, and my mom's from Sinaloa, bro. So back in LA, man, it's either you get out, you make it, or you just get either fall into gangs, drugs. It's a very, very, very hard environment for sure to try to overcome and grow out of there. So that's where it all starts, man.
And it must have been tough, like you said. Getting in living in LA and having all those that violence and that. But there's also a lot of cultura there. Sure, and there's a lot of the Mexican culture, the Latino culture is all right there in LA.
That's it, man. That's exactly it. I mean, it's just a different breed, man, for sure. It brings so much out of you. It's dog eat dog, man. I mean, you learn the hard way, you learn the tough way, you learn you gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta really motivate yourself, and you see it, man. The hustle's born there, man. It's the grind. That's what it teaches you, man. It puts you in the big leagues for sure, man. It's just what it throw you out there.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. So what got you in the not following those steps, brother? Like not following that, because growing up as a teenager and you have all the homies and you want to be part of the clique, part of that friendship. And what led you to not follow those steps, brother?
Man, I'll be honest with you, man. I have to start off by saying, really good parents taught me, nothing but work, man. Honestly, choosing from right and wrong. Always, if you do well, if you do right, everything will come out right. Honestly, man, that's just kept myself always busy, either with sports, with faith within God, and then just showing us how to work, man. I mean, since that's all we know is since we were little, man. I mean, we didn't have those Saturdays where you grab a bowl of cereal and you're just watching your cartoons or your favorite TV show and stuff, man. They get you out there, man. We grind. I mean, my parents, since I can remember, we've always ran the businesses. I mean, my mom had una marqueta. That's a grocery store, and always find ways to, man. Find different ways to bring revenue. We would even go to the swap meets, man, to try to move the product and be able to bring different products. And for those that don't know what swap meets is, this what do you call this?
It's a swap meet. It's just like a ghetto outlet store, the ghetto outlet, the flea market,
yeah,
right?
Exactly it, man. So and try to get all the old products out before they go bad, and then be able to bring in new products in. So it's man, we didn't have time, man. I honestly, keeping myself busy and always make sure that my parents always talking to me, and not only that, man, I'm the just the way that they will demonstrate and show me, man, that there's no time for drinking or crying or drugs, or it's stay focused, remain focused, have faith in God, and everything will just fall into place, man.
So you would say being a hustler, having that mentality, and also having that family and that family bond.
Absolutely.
It's what's kept you to that narrow path on success.
Absolutely, man. I've always thought highly of my parents. They gave so much for us. They sacrificed so much. They came to the United States, man, at a very young age, to give us a better life, and that really sick thing to me, man. Um, because you growing up, you don't really quite see the you don't really quite see what they're going through or what they have to go through, and they come out with not even knowing this language, man. Puro español hablaban a la edad de los 15 años, so la verdad sacrificaron demasiado, and then there's no time to really not be able to do so much more and giving back to them, right? So I've seen it, and not only because my parents have told me that, but I demonstrated in so many different actions, man. My parents, my dad's never he doesn't drink, he's never done drugs, dude, he's just hard worker, man. That's exactly
todo
it.
un mexicano,
Así es,
todo un
papá.
mexicano, porque pues como sabes, nuestra cultura, nuestra raza, es eso lo que sabemos trabajar
Así es.
y sabemos lo importante de ser de nuestra familia. So, going back to your family, is that your biggest why?
Absolutely, man. I this is my way to saying, thank you for all your sacrifices, for all that journey that took you here, and gratitude more than anything to be able to give back to them and finally give them what they deserve, man. Because they came looking for the American dream without knowing really what an American dream really was. Um, and that was my drive, man. That's my drive until till now. I mean, it's still
And
that's what I do.
for those that don't know, Jose owns a very successful factory, and and that's one of your biggest successes is your factory. Um, tell us from the beginning the dream of owning this factory. What does your factory do, and from the beginning of everything, the process of this factory.
Man, I it's a little emotional because of everything that it really quite took. It took more than anything. It took a lot of faith, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of dedication, a lot of faith more than anything. Because sometimes you don't really quite know if all this energy, all this process that you have to go through to really quite know if it's going to be either going to be a successful business, if it's either going to work out. Um, but if you really truly believe that there's something special and you can bring something to the table, it I mean, how can I even say it, man? I mean, I do bring an engineering background, um, where I didn't even know what an engineer was at one point. Um, as Hispanics, man, we've been introduced to just be the hard worker, man, the working horse, man, but never thinking outside and seeing
We've
really
always been
what.
the work hard,
That's it,
the
man.
work hard, and not smart. So you think you think it should be the other way around, work smarter
Absolutely,
than
man.
harder.
Absolutely. I've always been that type of person to see, well, why, what if I do this, or what if I work instead of working so hard, I work with my mind. I've always question and challenge myself. What else can I possibly do? Like I said, the word engineering was never even brought to me you know, until I got into the world of manufacturing, and us Latinos normally worked at the warehouse, forklift drivers, production, packaging. I mean, picking and packing. Those are the type of typical jobs that we normally try to are known for and to go for, and gave us the opportunity, man. I mean, obviously, I'm always looking to seeing what can I repair, what can I make better, what processes can I improve. Just the engineering mindset, and obviously, I was given the opportunity to be able to go to school for it, learn it, get better. I found so much joy and passion to it, and once I found manufacturing was just on a whole different level, man. It was a whole different world to me, and never would I ever thought that I was gonna be able to own my own factory, um, because just it's a big goal, man. It's a huge goal, um, and my vision was to even just run the plant. I to be a plant manager. That was my ultimate goal, and when I just started seeing and taking step by steps of learning so much so much in the industry, um, where then I said, you know what, I could probably surpass that and just make it to, if I prepare myself so well and the opportunity ever comes, then why not, right? Why not
Awesome.
take it?
Hell yeah. So, what do you think has been your biggest sacrifice from, from your childhood to now owning a very big successful business, having that entrepreneur mindset? What has been your biggest sacrifice?
I honestly, man, I feel that the biggest sacrifice has been myself. I think that I've done everything possible, and I sacrificed my health. You could say, you could sacrifice my mindset, my faith. I challenged myself. I pushed myself to really, if you truly, really want it, you're gonna have to go through every single challenge and hurdle and obstacles, right? Where, man, I'll be lying to you if I will say that I didn't want to give up so many different times, because it was just so challenging and questioning, and telling yourself, man, can I do this? And you have to be your own cheerleader, right? You really got to push yourself and say, hey, man, you're meant for this. You've done this. You could do this, man. I you got to be able to wear different hats, man. It's the entrepreneur is not just being good at one thing. You got to wear different hats. You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be your own,
Right.
so many different things that you have to, to learn your own skills. You're good at certain things, and you might not be good at certain other things, but you start developing them.
And it's true how you say, me being a business owner myself, all the different hats, all the different responsibilities that you have to carry, because at the end of the day, you're the captain. You're the captain of that boat, right? You're
That's
you're
exactly it.
you're the big capitan. So
That's it.
if that boat sinks, you're gonna go with it,
That's it. That's
And
exactly
that's
it,
I
man.
feel like that's one of the biggest sacrifices, getting and understanding your mental health,
Yeah.
understanding that faith wakes you up every day and gives you that opportunity and gives you that okay, we all get 24 hours, thank God for those 24 hours. What can I do with this, right? And it's crazy that you talk about different hats, and a lot of people get to a point in their life where they're successful. You ask them what got them there, and some say they're self-made. you know do you believe that mindset, or do you believe you've had people that have helped you to get to where you're at?
Absolutely, man. I self-made. It's a little bit of it. I feel that it does require so many more, and that comes from your family, your kids, your spouse, your parents, your mentors. I mean, I would like to take a moment to give a big shout out to one of my mentors, Mark and Alma. That honestly, that you need. I see them as guardian angels, man. I feel that it requires, because there's just so much to this. And when you say self-made, man, I think that you do also require to have a great team, people that quite believe in you, investors. Try to describe, not just paint your thoughts, your ideas, but to actually start believing in what you're bringing, and you could bring to the table, right? So that requires a lot, man. I feel that it does take a lot from one, but it also requires a team to get you there. So
Oh yeah. So it's and when we come to this, when I say we, because I also came to this country because my parents brought me here, and they made that journey to come, um, because they wanted that American dream. They wanted that desire of the American dream, and with that desire of that American dream, the chances that we get in this country. Do you think now you're living the American dream?
well, I'll tell you. I'm gonna start off by asking you, what is your American dream? So I'll tell you what my American dream is, and what us Latinos really quite consider an American dream. And I want to start by asking you, what is your American dream?
My American dream is, to be honest, is to have a great family, own my own house, have my, drive with white picket fence, have a healthy family, have a successful business. I think to me that's the American dream, having to be able to have my family here, all successful, and just having that fruitful environment around me, where
Nice,
my
nice.
kids can also have the opportunities that some of these kids don't get to have.
That's it.
So I think that's to me is the biggest American dream, that my kids get to do things I didn't get to do as a child, but they're now doing that, and it's funny because my kids get to graduate high school. I dropped out of high school, but they get to play sports. They got to play golf, and those kind of sports that I thought I'd never get to do. Now I get to do them, but that to me is the American dream.
That's it, man. That's exactly it. I mean, very, very close to what I see as American dream as well. Um, it's a big word, and it can mean so many different things to so many different people. And like you mentioned, um, American dream, and Hispanics, Hispanic parents always mention and try to drive it to you. You gotta own a home. You come here to try to really get to that. But honestly, I will always think outside and say, well, there's more to it than just owning a home, because and so many people could relate. I mean, it's not your home until realistically you either sell it or if you can lose it, right? So many people go through something like that, and to me it was like, that's not, there's more to it for sure. There's a lot more to it, and I said to myself,
So you didn't want to follow the system.
did not,
You
man.
wanted you wanted to back away from the system.
That's exactly it. I always have that mindset of challenging certain things, when questioning so many different things. Is, well, what is my American dream? And to me, man, it's just manufacturing, and then like you said, family comes first, and God comes. I mean, yeah, without God, man, that there's nothing possible, right? Um, but yeah, I to be honest with you, man, American dream to me is, there's 24 hours in a day, and there's 7 days, and if you could produce and be able to make money every hour, every minute, every second, without your presence. And that's why there's fully automated equipment now, right? There's robots. There's that, to me, to be able to reach to that point, is the American dream. It's that freedom. It's that opportunity that you could reach and be able to give your family and your kids successful future generations to come, right? Um, I mean, that to me is just, it's the ultimate dream,
So,
man. It's the
so
ultimate dream.
Jose, do you think you've reached your goals? And what are your, if you have not, which ones having you succeeded or completed, and which ones are coming in the future?
Well, look, man, I've been surrounded with very good, successful CEOs that I've learned a lot from. Um, Bill Lombardo's one of them, which, thanks to him, honestly, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at. Surrounded with so many different people that have helped me and believed in me and had the same vision, started where I was at, and grown their empires tremendously to so much different levels. And of course not. This is just the beginning, man. I have so much more to accomplish and to reach. Um, I want to be able to, man, I want to be able to expand and grow my factory, where, I'm used to running 40, 50 lines, man. And to me, if I've done it for others, why not do it for myself? And that's my drive, is to keep on expanding and growing and keep on adding more equipment, um, and getting so many different. I'm in the plastic industry. That's what I'm in, and man, plastic to me is. I mean, you could do anything and everything in plastics, and I got the experience, man. I like I said, I was given the opportunity to be able to grow with a big successful company, which gave me so many different expertise on running so many different stuff, and that just to me was just, man, I want to keep on growing, and I want to keep on expanding, and I want to be able to be one of those big factories where I'm able to compete and be able to provide more jobs. I want to do something special, man. I really want to give back. I want to be able to create something special. It's not all about the growth. It's all about what can you build together and accomplish it as one. So, like you said, a captain will stay no matter what. If his boat's sinking, man, he's the last one out because he's gonna try his best and think of every single possible thing to be able to not sink. And if the thing is going down, figure out a way to get everybody out safe. And then the
Right.
last person you're thinking about is yourself, right?
Yes. Thinking
So,
about everything else. Jose. So what would the younger Jose tell the future Jose?
oh, it's a very good question, man. Just keep on grinding, keep on showing that hard work does pay off. Keep your faith. You always question your faith and but just keep believing, stay disciplined. Um, keep that hunger, keep that fire in you, and man, I mean, the world is out there, and for those people that really want it and go out there, man, there's just so much opportunity to grow out there, and I
So knock
was
on doors, man.
that's it, man. Just keep on, you keep on knocking until someone answers, man. If it requires 5, 10, 20 doors to knock, 50 doors, that one will pay off, man. And
There used to be a, I took a salesman class, and that's what they said. They said knock on all doors, and one answer is always going to be the one, right? No, you know, but
correct.
gotta keep knocking because somebody will say yes,
That's exactly it.
and that's what you want to get out of this, right?
Absolutely.
It's the yes, and it seems like you've knocked on many doors and you've gotten your yes, right? So, you talked about 24 hours, 7 days a week. If today was your last 24 hours on this earth, what will you do today, and what will you tell the audience, your children, your family, if this was your last 24 hours?
Geez, that I love them, that everything I've done is for them, to give them an opportunity that I had to struggle with and give you guys something and hold the value of what it really took to get to and understand that this right here took a lot of work, a lot of sacrifices, and carry on from where I'm leaving this to the next level, where don't take things for granted. Make sure that you just keep carrying and putting our last name out there, man. I want them to remember and be able to tell their children, man, my dad did so much to sacrifice himself and take this to put us in a better life and future generations, man. I want to be remembered. I want my parents to always be proud to say it was worth it. It was worth every single thing that we had to go through. It was worth it, and I'm grateful to have my son, you know, built what he built and get to where he wanted to get to.
And
So
create that generational wealth,
that's
right?
exactly it, man.
And that's what's gonna
exactly
be,
it.
breaking breaking those generation curses that we carry, and changing that and making, the future be brighter for the generations to come.
That's exactly it, man. It's to be able to build that fire in so many different children that don't have the support, don't have the father, the mother, the adult to be able to mentor you and show you the self-made people that had to go out there and work twice or three times harder than the other, right? It's finding that fire inside you where you want to be able to grow and push yourself to the max, man. That's exactly it.
That's awesome. One last question here before we finish. Where is Jose Tenorio going to be in the next 5 years?
And I honestly, man, I
Where do
keep
you see
pushing.
yourself? I should say, where do you see
I
yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself to having multiple locations, not just one factory, being in a different states, possibly in Florida, Texas. Keep expanding and growing. I want to put myself out there, and then I'll share. It's J&J Plastics. I mean, J&J Plastics to me means so much. It's my kid's initials, and that to me just reminds me of the drive that I have to keep on pushing for them. Right. Um, that's where I really want to get to is just keep on growing, expanding, and be able to support and find solutions to a lot of problems. And that's what it takes. It requires a problem, and if for you to become the solution, then you fix that problem, and you keep finding the next problem.
That's a great mindsets right there. Great mindsets are always fixing and finding a solution.
That's it, man.
You
That's
know,
exactly it.
we live our mind of what, how can we do this better? How can we do this better? And it's a, you know, a lot of people I've talked to over the time, and a lot of the mentors that I've had in the past are all problem solvers.
That's it. That's
You know,
exactly
and
it.
that's very big. So you guys see J&J Plastics. Do you have any social media? Do you have any?
Absolutely. We have our website, jnj-plastics.com. Absolutely. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. We're throwing out there social media to try to expand, try to get out there as much as we can. Um, there's big or small. I mean we can supply and help out, man. That's not an issue.
Is there any? If there's a youngster out there and is looking for a video, you know, for maybe something that can change your life, I think we did that today, man. And
Oh,
you
thank
know,
you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
and it's definitely, it's been satisfying having you here and gratifying, um, having you here.
Thank you.
Is there
Thank you.
anybody? Do you offer your mentorship to anybody?
Absolutely, man. And that goes for. I mean, if you, I would love to. I love to same opportunity that I was given. Love to. I love to be able to help and show and you know put someone under my wing and be able to give them the same opportunity. Absolutely. I just like I was given and blessed. I will love to do the same thing. I've done this several numerous of times. I love to develop. I love to be able to show. I have nothing to hide, nothing to be able to hold back. Anything in possible way I could possibly help out, I would love to do that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure you guys go and follow J&J Plastics on social media. This has been Jose Tenorio. It's been a privilege, man. Thank you very
Pleasure, man. I
much for
appreciate you.
having us
Thank you.
here
God
and
bless you guys.
for.
Thank you very much.
All right, you guys have a great one.
All right, take care. Bye bye. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot. It calmed my man. There's just so many emotions.